And we're back to A Few Beers and a Shot. I'm Kyle.
This is Juan.
And, how's everybody doing today?
Everybody's doing A-okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I everybody?
Yeah, you're everybody right now because I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
But it's just a nice little greeting to everybody who is out there listening.
Yes.
So, today, we are going to be checking out a brewery that I found at a bar in Joliet. It's called Eagle Park Brewing, and they're just outside of Milwaukee. And they have a couple different beers and stuff, but what we're drinking today, I guess, is technically not a beer. I mean, I guess it's a seltzer, but it's some pretty good shit, so I think we should drink it anyway.
Yeah.
A little bit about the brewery itself. It was founded by two brothers, Max and Jack, I'd say, Bogart. Eagle Park Brewing Company was founded by these two brothers. They loved writing music and playing in a band together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the two brothers absolutely loved drinking beer together as well. So they started brewing beer in their garage. And then at that point, they had to make a choice. Was it win a Grammy with their music or brew amazing beer?
You can't win a Grammy for brewing beer?
No, but I guess you could do both if you had that much time on your hands. But anyway.
True.
It wasn't an easy decision, but the brothers decided their love for beer could tell stories of their love for music, and vice versa. So they decided to do both. See,
Yeah.
that's their story, really. And many different elements make great beer and great music, and they welcome us to their passion. And then I'm just going to do a little bit more of a little story about them. If you respect beer as much as they do, then you've heard a lot of stories. A good story is the key ingredient to a good beer. Our story isn't going to win us a literary award, but we like it as it reads. Eagle Park Brewing Company has been in the beer business since we first tasted, legally of course, the sweet, marvelous beverage that is made from malted grain. If you think about it, we're all in the beer business. Seriously, think about it. If you buy a pint or a six-pack of your favorite beer, guess what? That makes you part of the beer business. So the question really isn't, how long have you been in the beer business? It's, when did we turn our passion for making beer into a business?
Yeah.
And their answer is recently. They know craft beer industry is flooded with fly-by-night labels that warrant no respect, and they won't be one of them. They prove their dedication and commitment to us and the craft beer community through every pour, every toast, and every taste. Their brewery is just outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and they have two, looks like brew pub type places in Hamilton and Muskego, Wisconsin.
Yes, both are in Wisconsin.
Yes. So today we are going to check out their Eagle Park Brewing Cooler Variety Pack.
Yeah.
I have the Ecto Cooler variety,
And I have the blue raspberry lemonade because I like me some blue raspberry.
yes, and I've had Ecto Cooler several times. I can have a couple stories about the first time I drank it. It was actually pretty good. It tastes just like the Ecto Cooler High C from when we were a kid, and it's green, just like it too.
That's awesome.
This one's green, and that one is blue that you have.
No way.
So
Blue raspberry is blue?
well, you know how White Claws and all the other ones are clear.
Yeah.
These are actually the colors of like their actual flavor. So
Ooh,
yes, so let's
color flavor.
open these up and give them a taste.
Alrighty. Oops. I sprayed the mic. Hope my mic doesn't get drunk.
Gotta listen to the bubbles. All right, so let's check out the coolers.
Hey,
Cheers.
It is blue.
Yes, I told you.
It's like a light blue. Okay, that is good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So what do you think?
I like it. I would definitely drink it a lot more. It definitely tastes like raspberry. Like blue raspberry,
Yeah.
if you will. And it's got that lemony flavor, like, because it's lemonade.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, dude, like I said, Ecto Cooler. I can't even like pinpoint what Ecto Cooler even tastes like. I remember back on the packaging, it had like pineapple and some other stuff. Like it has a tropical vibe to it.
like fruit punch almost?
Kinda. Well, nah, not even fruit punch, man. Like here, Try it. Just try it and tell me. And like, it's hard to explain. It tastes like it's green. Right? Like, it tastes like it's green. That's all I can think of.
It tastes like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to remember on the package from High C when we were a kid. It had Ecto Cooler, but it also would show like the bullshit fruit juices that were in it that wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's sweet, has a little bit of tartness to it. I mean, I like it. Because as soon as I drank it, I thought about.
Have you tried this one?
Yeah, that one's really good too.
Yeah, it is.
But when I drank Ecto Cooler for the first time on tap at Industry Tap in Joliet on 52, really cool place. I don't think you've ever been there.
No.
We should go check it out one night. But anyway, I was there. They had it on tap, or I was sitting there and I overheard the bartender say, "Oh, we're just about to tap Ecto Cooler," and I was like, "Wait a minute, what did you just say?" And the dude looked at me. He's like, "Ecto Cooler." I'm like, "Does it?" He goes, "Yes, it does." And
like he knew.
He knew exactly what I was gonna ask, and I'm like,
"Does it have alcohol?"
No. I was like, my question was, "Does it taste like it?"
Oh, okay.
And he's like, "Yes, it does." So then he goes over, and I'm like, "Well, I'll take one."
Yeah.
Gets a glass. Fucking, you can see how green,
well,
radioactive
like,
green it is. And dude, as soon as I tasted it, I'm like, it was like a flashback to when I was a kid drinking fucking Ecto Cooler out of those High C, those big cans.
Yeah.
And you'd have to pour it in there. Oh, dude, yeah.
Well, it's like the High C juice or whatever, but with seltzer
and alcohol. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you can't
just
even
like
taste
just
the
like
alcohol.
that one. It's like blue raspberry lemonade.
But you can't taste the alcohol. That's the best part.
I know, and that's why I had the night that I tried this for the first time. I think I had 7. I had 7 of them. Yeah, dude. I was just sitting there just.
Well, they're what 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not horribly.
7 within like 2 hours. That's pretty bad.
7 times 5, 35% alcohol, and
yeah. You get rid of one beer every hour. Okay.
Yeah. That's true.
But when I found this at Benny's, shout out to Benny's because they're the only ones who had this around. Dude, I bought I think I bought 2 cases the first day, and they're $20 a 12-pack, a variety pack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, bought these 2, and I just we went. I went. Well, just me. Nobody else at the house drinks these. And the label's pretty cool
not
too.
Even bean.
No, not even bean.
I'm sure if you pour it in his bowl.
It's a pretty trippy label too. If it's the Kool-Aid Man and like a chicken.
I don't know. It looks like
it's a Kool-Aid Man and like a chicken. I'd say a chicken, right?
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a seagull or something. Yeah, something.
I don't know. There's like a black hole with a ghost coming out of it on mine. I don't know what's on yours.
Just a black hole.
Oh, just a black hole.
No ghost. Let me see the ghost.
Yeah, see the ghost coming out the side?
Oh,
because Slimer.
Ecto Cooler. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I was saying, Eagle Park Brewing, they look pretty cool. I do want to check out some of their other beers, but for the time being, since this is the only one available in Illinois, it is what I'm consuming. So,
what's his date? Well, we could go through their menu and see what kind of beers they have, but.
Well, I know you can. Well, there's a shop that you can order beer and get it, but I don't think it would be shipped to us. But
you never know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But see, like it says, no products found. Oh well. Let's see. Let's just go to Muskego, the tap room, and their beer to go. Boom. Oh, they have a Rocket Pop one now too.
Rocket Pop?
Yeah.
Like the red, white, and blue pop?
Yes. They have a Rocket Pop one, and they have it available in a slushy can too.
Nice.
Then let's see what else they got. Well, they got a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
That one beer on their one page that looked pretty neat, whatever that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys ever go to Industry Tap or if you're at Benny's, pick up some Eagle Park Brewing, the cooler variety pack. It's some good shit, and you'll like it.
Yeah.
They have a tropical punch one that will also sample.
Sampling.
Yes. There's an orange one that wasn't that great. And
that's the regular High C one?
Yeah. And then they have a grape one, too. The grape one was okay, but that wasn't in this variety pack. The tropical punch one, dude, that one's going to blow your mind.
Is it like Kool-Aid?
Dude, after you finish that one, have a tropical punch, and
you'll enjoy
it. But So, I know there's a topic that you wanted to cover today, and that is our little experience we had the other night out at a local establishment.
Yes.
I'll let you carry on with that one.
Well, it's just drinking around youngins. It's especially when they get rowdy and they get into their little zone or whatever, and they just start getting obnoxious. Well, first of all, the thing that bothers me is, so we get there, you guys have a table already, and it's all cool. We're there, we're drinking, we're getting our beer, blah blah blah, and then like they just fucking grab a chair and sit there, like at the table, facing away from us, but like not even like, hey, can I grab this chair? No, they just planted it there.
Mm-hmm.
And the one kid that was in front of me was I kept looking at what he's drinking. I'm like, what the fuck are you drinking, dude? He's like, oh, long. I'm like, what the shit is that? He's like, it's a Long Island iced tea. And I was like, goodbye. I was like, you're gonna be messed up.
Yeah, he needed a haircut too. His haircut looked fucked up.
That's the
This is to put a bowl on your head and fucking just shaved around it.
But that's the kind of styles, because some of them think they're like fucking, different ethnicities, and they want to go for that same haircut.
Well, he looks stupid. That's what he looked like.
Of course.
Yeah.
At
At least there was one dude that when I think you went to the bathroom or you went to get a beer or something, he was like, hey, is this seat taken? I'm like, yeah, dude. And he's like, oh, it is? I'm like, yeah, you got to walk away.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay.
Well, not only that, there was that one cougar that was trying to hang out with them. She was like fucking, there was at least a 25-year gap between them. That one lady that I'm like, she tried to grab the chair, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
And she's just like, well, you're not sitting down. I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm like, I got my foot on it, and I just stood up to stretch my legs. She was like, no, you're not. I'm like, really? You're going to be fucking difficult? I'm like, these kids are like 20 years younger than you.
Yeah. That is the problem with that place during the summertime, dude. During the summer, all the fucking college kids that came home or in the area just flood there.
Yeah.
Because, on, I think, what is it? Friday or Saturday night. It's open till 3.
Yeah.
One of the nights. I think it might be Saturday. But, I mean, you go there and, I mean, they don't card until like midnight. That's when they start carding people. So,
yeah.
I mean, I know plenty of people who are underage that go there. I'm not going to say where this place is at.
Or the name of it.
Yes, but it's a good place. I like going there. It's nice during like...
It's a little narrow for me.
Well, I like it during
when it's slow, I like it.
Like during the day or like early, like later afternoon. Yeah. There isn't that many people there. And the bartender, like, I know him and he's pretty cool. And it's a pretty good time. So,
yeah.
I mean...
No, I like to go when it's either like a really good vibe or they're like slower. I don't want to say dead, but like slower when it's like
where you can move.
Yes, when you can move, and also when you don't have to scream to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say I'm getting old.
And you don't feel like you're either molesting or getting molested by somebody just trying to go to the bathroom.
Exactly.
Because you have to.
Well, it was
you have to do the whole squishing in between people, and then you're like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Well, it's like that one dude, that older guy, not older, he looked about our age, maybe a little bit older, but he was looking to get through, and he was trying to he was ready to go through the crowd of what are they, Zillennials or whatever, and then I'm just like, dude, just go around this way, and he's like, yep, okay.
Oh yeah, I remember when you did that. Yeah, that's
a tall dude with a beard.
Yep. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times too, man.
I'm like, just save yourself the hassle, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had, I think the one that asked you for the chair was the Jack Harlow looking kid, right?
I think so. I don't know. Whatever he was, I was just like, yeah, no, dude, you can shove away and go do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was still a good night, though.
Yeah. They were trying to take over the table, and I'm like, dude.
But it was a good thing.
The thing is, like, are you seriously that, like...
Well, the thing that got me is their placement.
Yeah.
You're in the exact middle of the bar. Like, you are taking up the middle spot of the bar.
Well, not only that, they were, like, taking up table space and bar space.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's like the walking area.
Where they were at, they were in the middle.
Yeah.
So now, all you know is that everybody's going to have to walk through you.
Yeah.
Where they could have went outside
and
had plenty of space, or went Like the table that was to the wall,
Yeah.
that wasn't full.
Yeah.
They could have went over there.
I told you, I was like, dude, should we just move?
No, we stand our ground. I was there first.
We did.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Okay? No.
You know, the funny thing is, though, one of the times I went to the restroom, most people go in and lock the door or whatever. And I got there, and, like, 2 dudes lined up right behind me. And they're like, are you in line? I was like, yep. And then, and I was like, but look, dude, I'm going to use the pisser. So if one of you wants to go in there and use the toilet, I'm cool with it. I'm like, I'm not going to be fucking peeking. I ain't no perv. I'm like, I'm trying to fucking save time for one of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude walked in. He's like, yeah, fuck it. I'll go in. I'm like, you got to go, man.
Yep.
You know? And then one of the other times I went to the, you know how they got the porta-john outside?
I usually just go straight for that.
Well, I went out there the first time and it was in service. So one of the times I went out there, I came back. And again, there was a line, and I'm like, "You guys know there's a pisser outside too, right?" And they're like, "Oh shit, for real!" Like 2 guys fucking like almost pushed me out of the way to get out there. I was like, "Yeah, dude, if not, just pee in the fence, whatever."
Yeah, that's the one thing about that place that irritates me, is that they really need to update their bathrooms. Like they need bigger bathrooms.
Yeah.
Because the chicks' bathroom is just one.
Yeah.
And that's why there's usually like. I know there's been a few times where there will be like 5 or 6 chicks lined up to go to the bathroom, and I'll just tell them like, all right, once it's open, like, hey, if you want to go in, I'll just be next in line.
Yeah. And
I'll let like 3 of them go in. I'm like, can you hurry up though? Because I gotta go too.
Men's room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they could lock it. Why not?
Well, no, yeah, but I tell them like, hey, like I'll stand there as the next person in line.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yeah, go. Or like 2 of them go in if they're friends. I'm like, you guys can go in, and I'll go in after you guys. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you? I'm like, well, lock the fucking door. Yeah, nobody's gonna come in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah. No, they do need to. I mean, it's considerate that they put the porta-john outside. I'll give them props for that because that's hey, that's good thinking. But first of all, no girl's gonna use it.
Oh no! Well, no, there's some girls that would use it, but
there are some brave soldiers that will use it. But
yes.
What I'm saying, like, what's the percentage of that? Like 10?
Not even. I'd say like 5.
Right, and those are
5 on a normal day.
And those
if
are
she's really fucked up, you could probably get a 10% around there.
Yeah, and those are the brave souls who do keg stands.
Yeah,
girl wise.
Yeah, she'll just hover. She'll just hover over the thing and just spray it all over the place.
Or 2 of them will go in and be like, "Come on,
yep.
help me maintain balance while I pull those shorts down around my ankles."
Yep. Yeah, dude.
Eagle shot. Yeah. That's what we call it in Mexico. Aguilita. Eagle shot. Just, you kind of hover. That's the hover.
Yes.
Or I don't know if this is true. This is urban legend.
Oh, Jesus.
But when they when they squat, they stand on the bowl.
So I don't know. No, they hover above it.
Yeah, but what if you got nothing to hold on to?
No, they just you hover and you hope for the best, and hopefully it doesn't go like like a big old.
I'll tell you this, like, I don't know about you. I'm like, I'll use public restrooms unless they're like incredibly disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do the what's that dude from American Pie? The guy that couldn't take shits in the bathroom, and then he put like a fucking tapestry of toilet paper around.
Oh
the bowl.
yeah, Finch.
Finch, yeah.
Yes.
I'll do that. I'll put like a tapestry around the bowl, and I'm just like, all right, I'm good to go.
Oh no,
I can't use the little paper things that they put on the back, like on top.
No. If I gotta go, dude, I don't even have time. Like, I'm just like, fuck it, it's gotta go, and just.
Yeah. No, I try to wipe it down. I'm like, I don't care how hard I gotta go. I just,
No, sometimes there just ain't time, man. You just gotta be like, all right, it's coming.
Oh, trust me. There's times when I've been in paint, but I'm like, I take my time to.
Taking the Navy SEALs to dive school, man. Gotta do what I gotta do.
Gotta take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude.
Speaking of sports, what just went down this weekend?
Well, I was watching it actually before I came over here to do the show. We were watching the what is it called? The Grant Park.
The NASCAR.
I think it's called the NASCAR race. It's like the Grant Park 2022 or something like that. What's it called?
I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit.
I thought it had a name.
Of course.
The Chicago.
Grant Park, Chicago, Illinois. That's where it was.
It's just called like the Chicago Street Race or something like that.
Chicago Street Race Festival.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a 2.2 mile track, and dude, watching this race, like usually NASCAR races, they go about like 150 like consistently around
Yeah.
a track. They were showing guys like they were going from like 40 miles an hour up to like 130, down to 70, down to 40, back up. Like it was crazy because these turns.
Yeah, they're so
Like,
sharp.
this turn right here, like, and then
Yeah, they're 90-degree turns.
yes, and all the crashes. Like the very first, like I was in the shower coming out, and I was told that there was like 10 crashes in like the first 4 laps.
Could you imagine being like a business owner on one of those corners and you got a fucking car flying through your shop?
No, like, well, that's the thing that they were worried about is like the tires falling off the cars.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the cars because they have the
Jersey
concrete
barriers?
barriers and the fences up to angle everything with the cars.
Yeah.
But if you hit you hit
A tire will bounce
barrier,
above it.
you hit
yeah.
a tire and it just
It'll
bounces
jump
off
out.
and goes right through a building, or like, what if like a pedestrian is just walking like over here somewhere and his tire just like poof.
Well, that's another
know?
thing I don't get. Because I'm looking at the set and it says tickets. And I'm just like,
Well, because there was areas where you could sit and
Oh,
watch it,
okay.
like in an area like where the starting line and
Yeah.
the finish line was at. There's like, see those things right here?
yeah.
Those are like buildings, and they had bars and stuff in there.
Yeah, but what
And
if
it
I
was
just go to the...
and dude, it was, what was it? 60. What did she say? $65 for a 6-pack of beer.
Shut the front door.
6-pack of beer because it was
probably Bud Light.
no, well, I think there was Bud Light there,
Of
but it
course.
was $10.50 a beer.
Jesus.
Like if you wanted to buy one, or you buy
That's like
or
a
you
stadium.
buy a 6-pack
price.
for $60.
That's a stadium price. That's like going to the Cubs and...
Oh, not even, dude. It's even more expensive at a Cubs game.
No, it's like $9.
Dude, was it last year? 2 years ago, I got 2 beers and an order of nachos and a hot dog,
Hey, good
and it
fucking
was
nachos.
$85.
Jesus. For 2 beers?
2 beers, an order of nachos, and a hot dog.
Dude, you got ripped off.
That's what it was at the park.
No.
Yes, I was at the concession stand.
Dude, that's like $40. I've been there and I've gotten that shit for
I
like,
was there at the concessions in the stadium. It's not
Agree
like
to
it's
disagree.
not like I bought it from some random dude outside. Like,
No, I get
hey man,
that,
I got
but
some
it's like,
nachos.
I agree to disagree. I think you overpaid, dude.
No.
But look here, the layout. This is the fountain, right? Right here.
Yes, it is Buckingham
Yeah.
Fountain,
Yeah.
as it says in the. on
It's
the map.
really small, and you've mentioned many times that I need reading glasses, which I do, and I have them. I just choose not to wear them because, why ruin the perfect thing? Anyway,
But yeah, the race itself, I watched probably about 20 laps, and dude, it looked like they were going like 25 miles an hour, like, because it was still. It rained all day, for the most part.
so that didn't help.
So they had to use rain tires, which are basically like regular tires.
Mm-hmm.
So they have more tread on them,
Yeah,
and they used that for probably about 20 laps before they started going back to slicks for the racing. And they were dumb for going to the slicks, dude, because their front tires were not gripping to the road at all, and you just see them turn, it's like, oh, it was bad.
you know what they should have done? They should have made it like a drifting race, Toretto style.
Okay, Toretto didn't drift.
Yeah, they did.
He did.
Yeah.
When did he start drifting?
In
He drifted?
Fast and Furious 3. Like, they don't show it, but that was like, those were like drifting races, and they do talk about it, about how they know how to drift. In fact, I know you haven't seen it, but in Fast X, he's showing the kid how to drift.
Really?
Yeah.
He actually shows him how to drift, huh?
Yeah, because the kid's like 12 and he's already like a fucking superhero too.
It's all about family.
Yeah, he's got that family superpower.
Oh, dude, it was funny. I was watching. I was playing Fortnite the other day, and one of the
Nerd.
characters is Optimus Prime.
Really?
So I was sitting there, and I was like, Autobots transform.
You gotta do the thing though to make it echo.
I know, but it was funny because when I did it, I just started laughing for no reason whatsoever.
So is he like huge compared to the other characters, or no? It's just
No,
like,
not really. He's like a normal sized like a Transformer toy in real life, just like running around.
Does he transform at all?
Yeah, you could get a thing for him to transform, but
So when you turn into a truck, you're like a toy truck compared to the other characters.
yep. No, you're like a full-size truck. You look like a regular truck driving down the road, but when you transform into Optimus Prime, you're like the same height as everybody else. So it's kind of...
That's disappointing.
You know.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, I don't know. Fortnite's fun.
I've never played Fortnite. Never got into it.
Oh, I love it.
No, I'm into single-player games. Don't want some 12-year-old Asian kid beating my ass.
Whooping your ass over some fucking video games.
Yep. Yeah, because fuck that. I bought the game to enjoy it, not to stress out.
Well, that's true, but I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't stress out about it, but sometimes it does piss me off when
I can't say I have raged quit a couple times, but I don't throw the remote or anything. I'm just like, I'm fucking done with this. I'll come back to it with like fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Like another time.
I like watching those people with like VR. When they fucking they're playing, they don't realize and they hit the TV or they hit somebody else. Like when they're playing like the boxing game. Like, oh yeah, keep going. And he just knocks his kid out.
Yeah, dude. That's like that reminded me of the piñata ones where they're blindfolded and some foolish grandma or whatever comes by and they're like, right as they're taking the swing, it's like, you're done.
Poor grandma.
Yeah. It happens though.
Bitch should have got out of the way.
Yeah. Why not? Look like you're running low on Ecto.
Yeah, I am. I think I might have to go get another one.
I think you do. I got you, bro.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Talk about the race for a little bit. What you saw about the race.
Well, there really wasn't that much to talk about, dude. It was just like I had to inform Colleen that NASCAR is boring when you watch it because it's just cars going around in a track. But the crazy thing, man, is just the amount of crashes that happened right off the bat. No, like they have this tire wall. Like I don't know where it's at on the screen, but like I think it might be in this area. There was a tire wall.
Yeah.
Every fucking dude, just like there was one. He was probably going about like 10 miles an hour. He couldn't get any traction on his tires. Just crashed right into it.
That's because they didn't have the Batmobile, the Tumbler.
Yeah.
You know that was filmed in Chicago. Right?
Yeah, that was all Lower Wacker Drive, dude. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I remember when that came out.
I was well, not to cut you off, but
yeah,
talking about movies made in Chicago. I was downtown for an interview when they were filming. Was it the second Transformers? I think it was the second Transformers. It wasn't the first one. I think it might have been the second one. Yeah. I was down there while they were filming that. And that was fucking crazy too.
Yeah.
But yes, go back to Batman.
Oh no! Like I just remember that. What was it? That came out when I was still living down in Mexico, and I remember a bunch of my friends were like, "Do you know where that is? Do you know where that is?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking downtown, man." Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't remember the street names, but I recognize it. And I think you can see like the river and Trump Tower and the background and all that stuff. I was like, "Yeah, I've been there." And
then the part where Heath Ledger is hanging out of the squad car, that's Michigan Avenue.
Yeah. When it looks like a dog hanging out the window.
Yeah, that was Michigan Avenue.
Yeah.
And then most of the train scenes from Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Oh, the Spider-Man 2?
That was filmed. That was filmed here too.
Yeah.
Because New York doesn't have an external train system. Funny story.
When Transformers, which one's the one with the? Because I lost sight of those.
I fell off after like a while.
Well, there was one that was with the Tyrannosaurus Rex one came out.
Okay.
I don't know if it was like the last night or whatever.
I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
I think it was the fourth one maybe.
When the Dinobots come in?
Yeah, I think it was that one.
I do like the Dinobots though. So in the cartoon they were funny.
They actually filmed the part where the Tyrannosaurus, that's filmed at the quarry where I used to work.
Okay.
And some of the guys were like, "Oh shit, Marky Mark's coming in." So they were all like, "Those guys are, they're ruthless, dude. They're blue collar, man. Those guys don't play like they play too much."
Yeah,
I shouldn't say they don't play around. They play too much. So this guy was they said they wanted to meet Marky Mark's, and they're like, he wouldn't shake hands with anybody. I was like, really? That's kind of bogus, man. But whatever.
All right, but did they ask him in like the middle of like, "Hey, I'm going from one area to
another. I don't know.
Hurry up."
I wasn't there. This was like before I started there. Like it happened right before I started there, so that film had to be.
The Fugitive was filmed right over there too.
Yeah.
On Joliet Road before it was closed down.
Yeah. the road rounder got paid for and never fixed?
Yes. Well, no. Well, they couldn't fix it though.
They could fix it.
Yeah. That was with the once it like there's a lot of seismic activity because of the.
No, there's no detonation there anymore.
But no, but it's still unstable, that area.
They could reinforce it.
Hmm.
There is the technology.
That road's been shut down since we were kids, dude.
I know. Dude, I remember we used to feel the seismic activity, as you call it, all the way to the house.
Yeah, I know.
But right now, the seismic activity is on Bedford Parkside.
I remember sitting there on my floor in the downstairs, and it felt like I was on an escalator, like just sliding over. And I was like, I think I talked to, I don't know, whoever was at the house. I'm like, hey, did you just feel that?
It was probably me.
No, it wasn't you. It was a girl. I don't know who it was.
You had girls over?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I remember that. We felt that at the house too in Deep Summit. And it was crazy, dude.
Oh, I know. Well, you know, Illinois is on a major fault line.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
But back to when we're talking about Transformers with the Dinobots.
Yes, because you like the Dinobots.
Well, because they're so fucking stupid. Because, like, dude, I remember in the cartoon, they'd have to explain things to him, like, step by step by step.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like, Dinobots, okay. And then, like, he would go and do something else. And he'd be like, no, you're doing the wrong shit. Come back.
The one I did like when we were growing up was the Beast ones. The Beast Transformers with Optimus Prime as the gorilla.
Beast Wars.
Yeah, was it Beast Wars?
Yes, it was Beast Wars.
I thought Beast Wars was another cartoon.
No, it was Beast Wars because then you had, like, the cheetah guy.
Yeah, the rhino
and then the
guy.
rhino. And then you had, what else did you have? The gorilla. Yeah, you had the gorilla.
I don't know if it was like a giant scorpion.
Yes, that was, Scorponok or whatever. He was the bad guy. And then,
I'm trying to remember what the Megatron one was.
Let me see. I'll just look it up right now.
Yeah, but they're bringing that shit into the movies right now.
Yes,
which is weird because it looks like.
But it's not. But it's not Optimus Prime.
Right, and he's supposed to be because the gorilla was Optimus. They just like morphed in like a different era or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, Megatron was the T-Rex.
There you go, Beast Wars. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, at least that's what it looks. That's what it looks like right here. Hang on. Let me see. Beast Wars Transformers. Here we go. Debuted in 1996 and ended in 1999.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It featured the Maximals and the Predacons.
Yes.
So let's see. We had, who are the Optimus Primal was that one. Then you had the Tarantula. Starscream was Pterosaur.
So it was like basically lizards versus mammals, I think.
Yeah, and that's what it looks like. Like they were like dinosaurs and lizards.
Yeah.
And the good guys were like mammals.
I don't know, man. Growing up, I never really got into Transformers that much.
Oh, I like the movie, the cartoon movie from the 80s. That was a really good one.
I never got into them that much. Or G.I. Joe.
Like the movie that's coming out or is out, the newest one.
With the primals?
Yes, that is like the one from the 80s because it involves what's his name? Galvatron, whatever it is, the dude that eats planets.
Yeah.
And that guy has his own, like, he create his group of his own bots are like fucking awesome hardcore dudes. Like the movie from the 80s is pretty cool. Like
I remember the one line from, I think it was the second movie where Optimus Prime like kills one of the bad guys, and there's one of those thick and big Decepticons has got like a beard, which is, I don't know how a robot has a beard, but whatever. And he's just like, give me your face, and he just like rips his fucking face off. But he does it with do the voice, give me your face.
Give me your. I can't do it right now. I have to be in the moment for it. Like
your face.
Oh, give me your face.
Yeah, he just like rips his shit off, and I was like, damn, Optimus is cold. Yeah,
I liked. Well, did you ever see the movie that I'm talking about, the cartoon from the 80s?
I don't think so, man.
Oh, dude, you gotta check that one out because that's the one when Optimus Prime dies.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Hot Rod. He becomes
the leader.
He becomes like it's something Prime. I forget what he's called. It's not Hot Rod Prime. He becomes like he becomes something else. Like he takes over he gets the spark.
Yeah.
And
the Allspark.
Yes, and then he becomes
The Prime
the leader.
of their
Yeah.
of the Autobots.
Let's see, Transformers movie, 1986. Holy shit, that was from 1986.
Dude, there's a lot of good 80s anime movies too.
Yes.
Anime and animated.
Yeah, all the like Megatron was such a fucking dick.
Yeah. Well, what cartoons were from there? Transformers, G.I. Joe,
He-Man, Voltron.
No, Voltron's is he 80s or I thought he was 70s.
Voltron was 80s.
Oh, Mazinger was 70s.
Yeah.
Because my brother loves Mazinger.
No, 80. Voltron was like what
but
Power Rangers came from.
Yeah, but they're like all rip-offs of Mazinger C.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there's Robotech.
Yeah.
That saga was... I love the Macross saga. I actually watched the whole thing. My brother bought it. Back when we were... I think it was 2002 when we first lived here. And he bought the whole saga, and I was like, dude, when you're at work, I'm going to steal your shit and watch it. And he's like, yeah, whatever, just put it back.
All right, hang on. I got to find what the fuck Hot Rod, what his name became. Because now I'm curious. Because I know it's not Hot Rod Prime.
Tropical Punch tastes good.
Yeah, what did you think of that one, dude?
Tastes good. Tastes like fucking...
Tropical Punch?
I don't want to say Hawaiian Punch, because it doesn't taste like Hawaiian Punch, but it's like
No. Tropical Punch Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
There you go. It's good. I like it. This one doesn't have any black holes or ghosts either.
No, it has a red hole. It's on the side.
Yeah, no, I see it. It's got two of them. One in front, one in the back.
Oh, okay. He becomes Rodimus Prime.
Hot Rodimus Prime?
Nope, no, just Rodimus. Rodimus Prime.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Hot Rod. He was a pretty cool dude. Oh, he's actually in the regular movies too?
Yeah.
I stopped watching after like the first one.
No, he's in like the first couple too.
He's not in the first one.
No?
Hot Rod is not in the first one.
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
No, the one with Megan Fox and what's his nuts? No,
Shia
they were
LaBeouf?
not in the first one.
What's his nuts? Shia, the do it guy.
Yeah. What happened to Rodimus Prime? Hot Rod survived the Battle of Unicron, but was killed in an ambush by Bludgeon's Decepticons on Clo, although he was revived by the last Autobot shortly after.
Which was?
No idea. Didn't finish the answer to that.
So speaking of fucking dead cartoon characters, there was they did a run and they're continuing that run, but it's called The Lost Years, The Last Ronin, the Ninja Turtles one.
Yeah.
So
Did you see the video game that's coming out?
yeah, it's God of War
yes
themed.
Yeah,
kinda.
it looks awesome.
It looks fantastic. Dude.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna play that.
I like it how gory it is too.
Dude, growing up, I loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, there's another cartoon from the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. And like all the stuff that came after that, it's kind of like disappointment.
Yeah.
Like, I could go back and watch like the first movies, like the bad, horribly.
Yeah, but you know what? But here's the thing. All right.
And those are better than the movies that they made with CGI.
Yes, but I will say this: like, we complain about like how bad they are, but for when we watched them when they first came out, we thought they were the shit.
Yeah, no, and I'd rather watch those.
And I like the one that's coming out that has the like Spider-Verse animation
Vibe
coming
to
out.
it.
That one looks pretty cool.
That's the one Seth Rogen is doing, right?
Yeah, that one looks pretty neat.
They look all right.
No, but I like that animation. Like that animation style is pretty cool. I think.
I guess I'll give it a watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I didn't read the Last Ronin arc or whatever, but I started getting the Lost Years arc, which is Michelangelo between all that shit. And oh yeah, because if you don't know, all the Ninja Turtles, Splinter, Casey Jones, they all died, and the only survivors, Michelangelo and April O'Neil and her daughter. And then there's offspring, other turtles, which they're in training to become the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I was like, well, I want to know how these dudes died. Dude, it was brutal. Like, I can't remember. Look that shit up. But they all basically, like, they got missions. They went their separate ways, like, to, cover more ground, let's say.
Yeah.
And Like, I think Donatello died with Splinter, Raphael Leonardo died in another spot, and I don't know where Casey Jones was at that time, but it was like crazy. I was like, dude, like they like talking about the Ninja Turtles dying, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, but I mean, it comes to a point where you kind of have to, you know.
Well, it's like, to me, that's like Black Label stuff. That's like when you turn the comic from a, like, for us that grew up watching them as kids, and you're like, oh, these dudes were my heroes.
Mm-hmm.
You get to a point where it's like, we're gonna make it like more intriguing for you as a reader that you grew up with this shit. Like, now we're gonna kill these dudes off.
Oh yeah,
We're
but I
gonna
mean,
make it
but I feel like,
for you.
but I feel like we need to, you need to have that happen.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have Batman die. You need to have Superman die. You need to have like, when you
take away that plot armor, and you start killing off like main characters, that shit like pulls you in.
Oh yeah,
because
and then I think that also makes it harder, or not harder, but a more like, all right, step up to the plate to the writers to now create a character to fill those shoes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you like, okay, so you remember back in the 90s they did the Death of Superman, right? With Doomsday and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then they brought him back like a year later,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was like, dude, like this was supposed to be like, that comic book went from being like one of the most valued comics in the world, other than like the first issues where he showed up, to like, you just like threw that opportunity away. Keep him out for like 10 years, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because you kill off a guy like Superman, and then you bring him back like 2 years later. Or a year later. And it's like, what? Why'd you kill him off then?
Yeah, you shouldn't even have done it because you were just planning on bringing him back
Right.
anyway.
Because, well, that's the thing. They're like, it's a cash cow. You take him away for a year, the company's going to suffer. But it's like, no. You could dive into the stories. Which they did when they did this last, when they did the movies, the Death of Superman and then the Reign of Superman and all that stuff. Because that's when they brought in guys like Superboy and Steel, Henry Shaw, who's the cyborg Superman, who thinks he's Superman at the time, and then they fuck him up and you can see his like Terminator face. Sorry, I rambled on there.
No, it's okay.
Once you pull me down that rabbit hole, dude, all the information starts flowing. I feel like Alan from The Hangover, and I just see equations everywhere. I'm like, oh, but this and that and this.
That Rain Man thing starts going on.
Yes.
When you're like, oh, it's all starting to come together.
Oh, dude, well, it's like you trigger something, and it just starts coming up.
Ooh, what was that?
That's the alarm telling us you need to drink more.
Oh, we need to drink more? Oh, okay.
Yes. That doesn't sound too good. But anyway.
Well, here, since you just took out a new flavor, talk about the Tropical Punch real quick.
Okay, so it tastes like Kool-Aid fruit punch.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that seltzer. I feel like you get away, like if you wanted to make this non-alcoholic, let's say, per se, you could get the Kool-Aid flavor and just, instead of making it with regular water, you make it with seltzer water.
Oh, yeah.
Or you make it with regular water and throw some seltzer in it. If depends on how much your seltzer levels are, I guess. If you want it to be really seltzery or just like, I just want a hint.
See, I love the bubbles. That's the one thing for me, dude. We weren't supposed to burp into
That was
the microphone.
you, man.
I didn't do it. This was not me this time. So I turned away the last time I burped.
Sorry, Call.
But anyway. So speaking about, we're talking about 80s stuff, dude.
Yes.
One thing I wish that they would bring back and do it right is Mega Man.
Oh, dude, they did. Oh, well, Mega Man.
No, they didn't do it right. They tried to bring back Mega Man a couple years ago. Well, way more than a couple years ago. But it sucked.
Are you talking about like the cartoon or the game?
Both.
Okay, because they did
I love the Mega Man cartoon.
Yeah,
I used to watch the Mega Man cartoon every
with
Saturday
Dr.
morning.
Wily?
Yeah, Saturday morning and Sunday morning I'd watch the Mega Man cartoon. Because then he would be whoever he beat up, he would take their powers and he'd be like,
yeah, that was the whole Mega Man thing. Yeah.
But I loved it in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Way more than in the game. Because then in the game you had to make sure you got all those shit before you went to the boss levels.
Well, the cool thing is you could pick which level you went to.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the trick was you would go and get certain powers that would make it easier on other levels. So you have to know which one to get through. But they did do like so they did Mega Man, and then they came out with the X, and then they did like the Mega Man Legend games were like 3D instead of 2D. Yeah. And those were like,
I don't know. I just wish that they would do a better version of it now.
Yeah, no, Mega Man.
I think like a really cool
Dude,
like
I used to fucking Zero was the shit.
like Jedi Fallen Order type Mega Man game would be pretty cool. Like an open world.
Well, they did that, but it was just like
No, but I'm talking about
PES2 graphics.
I'm talking about
like nowadays.
like now.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, they have remastered the classics, so there's still 2D games where you screen across, but
just like they never really did Contra better.
they did a couple. But yeah, it's the thing is, how do you make a Contra game, which is basically Commando and Rambo running together, killing shit, aliens?
I know, but it was so much fun.
Here's the thing. Here's the premise for Contra. Think about it. Honestly, think about it. It's Commando. I forgot what fucking Arnold's name is in that movie. It's Commando
And Rambo.
and Rambo,
Yes.
and they're running through the jungle,
Shooting at shit.
Yeah, no, not just shooting at shit. They eventually get, and it's like aliens.
But the one thing when the bonus level when you're laying there, you're just shooting at shit. You're shooting at a wall.
It's alien tech, dude.
Yes.
But they're going after aliens. All you needed there was a Terminator, and you encapsulate the 80s in Contra.
Oh, I know. But it was fun.
Oh, that game's the shit. It's hard, too. I think one of the... Oh, you know what was a really, really hard game in the 80s? The Friday the 13th game.
Oh, I was going to say, what was it? Castlevania.
Which one?
The first or second one. I can't remember which
Second
one I
one.
played.
Simon's Quest.
I just remember those were hard games, too.
Well, the first one... Well, that's because you had no save points.
Yeah.
But...
Well, that's another thing. We didn't have save points and all this other shit.
Yeah,
you know.
True.
Like, you would have to, like, leave it on. I'll be right back.
Oh, dude. So, here's the thing. I told you about that mini NES, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I jailbroke it. And with that, you were able to kind of go back if you fuck up. That's how I was able to beat the Ninja Gaiden games that I could never beat when I was little.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden? Yeah, dude. I love those games, too.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
3 was like, eh.
And then if we went to, like... what was it? Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
What did I like on Super Nintendo? Oh,
Street
Fighter was one, but I loved
Mortal Kombat.
No, Mortal Kombat was Sega, dude.
They came out with it on Super Nintendo too.
No, I thought that was always Sega.
They come on. You think they're gonna throw away that cash?
I don't know, but I thought it was like licensing back in the day. But I would play the Donkey Kong Diddy Kong game.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, and the graphics on it was.
Oh, Super Mario World.
Yes.
That game was fucking lit.
Yep. And then there was one game I remember on the regular Nintendo. Don't remember the name of it, but you were on a dirt bike.
Excite Bike.
And it was like, yeah. And,
and you could make the ramp and shit. Yeah, that was a cool game.
Oh, dude, I love that game.
There was that. There was...
And just think about it. We thought that those graphics were amazing.
Yeah. Because they were.
I know, but now it's just like, you look at stuff and you're like, man.
Do you remember a Super Nintendo game called Sunset Riders? It was cowboys. It was 4 cowboys. It was an arcade game.
Yes, yeah. And you were... I remember
like,
that game.
There was levels. One that was like, you could go on the horses.
Yep.
That game was the shit.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Bury
that game.
me with my money.
Oh, dude. Like, I don't know. I love those games. Just you know.
Dude, every now and then I still like to play them. Like, I remember when I was in college, it was all laptops. So we would download an emulator to play them. Because it's like, you couldn't find them anywhere.
No.
And like, you're like, do I really want to go to an arcade and spend a fortune? Or
like NBA Jam, the original one, the arcade game of that.
Oh, NBA Streets, dude.
Yeah.
Those were awesome.
Actually, you know what? The one thing I loved...
Charles Barkley's NBA Streets.
Yes. The one... all right.
Earthworm Jim.
Before... Yeah, but like... So back in the day when Pizza Huts were actually like... Look like Pizza Huts.
Yeah.
And they always had the best arcade games.
Yeah.
And I would always go in the Ninja Turtle arcade game. That was always the shit too.
Dude, they came out with
or like Haunted Trails. When you'd go to Haunted Trails and the arcade was actually an arcade.
Yeah.
Like kids playing there for fucking hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, dude, I miss that so much.
So, circling back to Ninja Turtles, because you brought up the game, they came out with like a Kawabanga bundle for like PlayStation 4 and Xbox and all that. And they have like all the way from the first one Like the first Ninja Turtle that was like horrible, and everybody was like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
2, 3, and then they come. It has the arcade ones. Like I think it's 2 or 3 of them. It's crazy, dude. I was like, oh, and I bought it for the Switch. I was like, I gotta play this.
Yeah,
awesome.
I loved playing the arcade games.
It's that nostalgia.
Or Virtual Fighter?
Yeah.
Virtual Fighter was cool too. That was or like Tekken.
Yep.
Oh, dude, Tekken
was awesome.
And I loved the stories when you would beat the game.
The endings, the epilogues.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
and
awesome.
And I'd sit there and be like, man, why didn't they do more with that?
They did.
No.
Tekken's like
no, but I'm talking about like they didn't they do a movie? Isn't there like a movie or something based off of Tekken?
Probably.
I thought there was, but I'm talking about like as far as like a more
like an actual story.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: like what they're doing right now with Street Fighter and Tekken, and even Mortal Kombat, they went from them just being a fighting game to having like a story.
Yeah.
And this started like I don't know, like 2010 probably. Because they're like, I guess people were like, I don't want to say people, but like gamers were probably just like, well, I want to know what's going on. Like, is this even connected? You know?
Well, yeah, that's the thing that always got me. It's like, why were these guys fighting in the fucking first place?
Right.
You know, I guess so. There was a Tekken movie back in 2010.
Because there was the Mortal Kombat movie we all went to see in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
They're coming out with a new one with the new cat, or well, like how they made it better.
Did you see the last one?
Yes.
The last Mortal Kombat movie?
I liked it.
I don't even know who fucking Cole is.
Yeah,
like, is he in the games?
I don't know.
And but the whole story revolves around him, and it's like his power's like, my body could turn into like Colossus, except for my face.
Yeah, but I thought the movie was actually not that bad.
When you see Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and I like how they gave Scorpion a backstory.
Yes.
And the animated movie is badass too. Like was it Mortal Kombat Champions or whatever? Because animated movies, they could do whatever they want.
Well, yeah, you could do a hell of a lot more in animated movies.
Yeah.
So there was a Tekken movie back in 2010, and I'm trying to look at these people. The only person I think I know is, I have to look at this guy to see if this is the right person I'm thinking. Darren DeWitt Henson. He looks kind of familiar, but I could be wrong.
So before we move away from
I'm wrong because I thought he was somebody else.
Before we move away from the 80s,
we
gotta talk about Thundercats, man.
Yes, that is another one that I fucking loved. Was the Thundercats?
Lion-O, who was a grown ass man with a 14-year-old kid's mind.
Yeah. See, like, and that was one that they always had rumors that they were gonna do like a live action.
Did you see the deep fake with Brad Pitt was Lion-O?
Yep. Vin Diesel was Panthro.
Yes. And I'm trying to think who they had for Tigra.
I don't know. Well, you had Tigra, you had Chitara.
Yeah. Felines.
Who was the other dude? There was the other guy that was
Jaga.
No. Yeah. I forgot. Here, I'm gonna have to look him up because there was another dude that was.
But the core.
Yeah, he was a core guy.
Jaga, was he like the old dude?
No, he was a younger one. Here, let me.
It was the felines, the ones that were twins.
No, hang on,
man.
Hang on.
You're gonna be talking to me about fucking Thundercats.
It was here. Let me find which one I'm thinking of. Because you had Thunder. And that one, that had like dark shit with it.
Oh,
too.
dude, fucking Mumra.
Yes, Mumra was dark. Like whenever they would go to
here's the list. You can read it. That's the core group right there.
No, who was the other one? The other adult cat. He was the dude. Not
Tigra.
His name was Tigra. I thought Tigra was a chick.
No, Tigra's the dude.
Oh, he was? Okay.
He was the tiger with the whip.
Oh, is that?
And then there's it was Lion-O, who was the leader because he's a lion.
Well, yeah, I know him.
And then Chitara and what's her name right here? I can't see it.
Willy Kit.
Willy Kit. She was those were the only two females at first.
Okay. So that's what I'm thinking because his name's Tigra.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was a chick.
Yeah, no. Tiger's
That's the
a
one.
dude.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Then.
Yeah. He was the strategist.
Yeah.
I think. And then you got Snarf, who was the shit.
Snarf.
Yeah.
Snarf.
And then I don't know what the boy version of Willy Kit was. It's probably Willy Cat or something.
Yeah, Tiger is the dude I'm thinking of. Okay.
Yeah, Tiger was the shit, dude. He was my favorite.
Yeah, I liked him in Panthro.
Yeah, with Vin
And
Diesel as
then
Panthro.
Snarf. Snarf was always funny because you're like, Snarf.
Well, he was he was kind of like the cat from He-Man, who's always scared. Dude, they did I actually have that comic. You should read it. It's a crossover between Thundercats and He-Man.
Oh my god!
And the whole thing reason it happens is because Skeletor and Mumra team up, so they have to bring these assholes together too. And it's funny because Mumra and Skeletor they betray each other. So
yeah, He-Man.
And that's the best part. The whole time I was reading it, I imagined fucking Mark Hamill's voice as Skeletor, like, I'm gonna take your power, because they betray each other, dude. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
Mm.
It's like 6 comic books. It's a small arc, but it's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, Thundercats was another good one. Oh man, what else, dude? Oh, we had so many good things.
We did, dude.
The '80s, the late, being born in the early, the mid to early.
Were you
80s.
ever in an anime or no?
No, dude. I like Thundercats. I love GI Joe too. GI Joe was one of my favorites. Like that movie, the GI Joe movie from the cartoon in the '80s.
Yeah,
that was another good one. Like they had a lot of really good cartoon movies.
Silverhawks.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was another good one too.
Yeah.
Here, what's the other one? Oh, that's Tron.
Tron. Yeah,
Silverhawks.
Voltron.
Silverhawks was good. Voltron was good.
And there was G-Force, which was the dudes that were like eagles.
Yeah.
Those guys were badass.
Yeah, I like that one too. I'm trying to think what else. There was some other shit that I liked.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff in the 80s.
Like,
80s were
80s cartoons.
Well, there's Saint Seiya, which was an anime you probably never heard of, but
no,
it was huge, and they just made a movie about it too, which is kind of bad. I didn't see it, but I read the reviews and the storyline is not good.
Yeah, no. When it came to GI Joes, like I was in the GI Joe. It was around the time when they started getting into like fan club type things.
Yeah.
And I was part of the GI Joe fan club thing where you'd get like an exclusive GI Joe mailed to you every month. So that was always pretty cool. And then you get like cards and all that other shit. Oh, the Ghostbusters cartoon.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I think some of the actual like actors voiced the characters after.
Yeah.
Like I think Ernie Hudson did his.
Let's see. I'm looking at.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so funny story. I think now that I just remembered, I may be misspeaking here, but I think Ernie Hudson did the voice character for his actual character, which was the Black Ghostbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they cast him for the movie, they're like, "No, because you don't sound anything like him."
Yeah.
And he did the voice for the
he's
cartoon.
Like, I'm the one who did the cartoon, bro.
And they were like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I actually did the voice for the cartoon."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a funny.
Shit, what was this? I gotta. All right, there's a picture of '80s cartoons, and I can't remember what this cartoon was.
Flip it. Let me see.
It was an. What was this one right here?
You don't fucking see that far.
It was a newspaper cartoon too. The chubby
Dennis
kid.
the Menace?
No, it's not Dennis the Menace. The chubby kid with the white hair or the blonde hair and the.
That's Dennis the Menace.
That is not Dennis the Menace.
Dude,
that's something else.
Look up Dennis the Menace.
I don't think that it has to be something else.
That is Dennis the Menace. I'm telling you.
Because I remember watching that cartoon. And then, what was the other one? Oh, Fraggle Rock.
Fuck Fraggle Rock.
Oh, let me see what else we got on here. Okay, what was shit? Oh, all right. The Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I used to watch
Rescue
that
Rangers.
shit. No, Alvin and the Chipmunks, dude.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And then there was the Rescue Rangers who had their own cartoon. Yeah. That was another one. Oh, DuckTales, dude.
DuckTales?
That was another good one. Actually,
Darkwing.
Yes, the DuckTales series that came out. It's on Disney Plus right now, and it was only a couple seasons,
You know what?
The updated DuckTales one is really cool.
So I'm gonna go way far back on this one, but you know what I really liked to watch back when I was a kid? Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah, me too.
But back when you could hear Tom scream, and it was like, ah,
yep.
And it was like a legit
and they had like the racist comments and everything in there. Aunt Jemima was Tom's owner.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they actually did blackface on that show too.
Yes, they did. They did a lot of stuff on that, but
that was
way before our time. So
here's the 50 cartoons from the 80s.
Okay. Yes, DuckTales. I love DuckTales.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Mm-hmm. Thundercats.
No picture.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, it was kind of.
It was weird, dude.
Yeah. The Bugs Bunny Show.
Yep. Do you remember Tiny Toons?
Yes.
Yeah, that was another good one. See, like her, the Smurfs. I was never a big fan of the Smurfs.
They were okay. Do you know the story behind this? They said Gargamel was actually the good guy, and these guys were little demons.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But it didn't help that his cat's name was like Azrael.
Yeah.
Because he's like a demon, but whatever. Chip and Dale.
Rescue Rangers. Yep.
The Transformers.
I'd put Transformers above Chip and Dale.
Well, it's just a list, dude.
I never watched The Adventures of Gummy Bears.
I remember the Care Bears.
Yes.
Garfield was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I liked his I don't give a fuck attitude. Simpsons was around in the 80s.
Yeah. Care Bears.
Care Bears.
The real Ghostbusters.
There's Ernie Hudson.
Yep.
And what's her name? Janine or whatever?
Yeah. Looking like a hoe.
Yeah. Back when they could look like hoes. April O'Neil looked like a hoe too, man.
Yeah, she did.
There's Alvin and the Chipmunks. Muppet Babies.
Oh, yes. I love the Muppet Babies.
So did I, dude. Gonzo was my favorite. He was trying to get all in Peggy's business. And fucking... Oh, I hated Kermit the Frog, dude. I've always hated Kermit the Frog.
Why do you hate Kermit the Frog?
Why do you hate Kermit the Frog?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why do you hate me? Because you a bitch, motherfucker. That's why. You got this fine piece of ass, and Gonzo's trying to get it. Yeah,
Gonzo's like, hey, you want to play with my nose?
Animal was one of my favorites, too.
I liked Fozzie.
Fozzie was cool. She-Ra.
Oh, yeah.
Spin-off.
See, like, all right, G.I. Joe. See, G.I. Joe was cool because you had so many different fucking people that were in it. And you had, like, I'm just looking at, like, all
They did make a G.I. Joe movie in the 80s. It's called Predator, son.
Well, no, they had their movie in the 80s they did a cartoon movie,
I know,
too.
but look at this. They got a guy with a fucking football jersey.
Yes. Yes, they had Sergeant Slaughter, too. And then I had not Bo Jackson. I had some football player as a G.I. Joe character. Yeah. Voltron. I loved Voltron.
Voltron was cool.
Yes.
Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends.
Yes. That was so corny.
It was corny and cheesy, dude.
That's where the meme came from.
That's the 3 Spider-Man.
I never watched that.
Neither did I. Dungeons and Dragons.
I watched Heathcliff. Yeah.
So that's a Garfield ripoff.
Oh, the Snorks.
Yes,
I remember the Snorks.
They were like under the sea.
Yes.
They were like, what, sea monkeys?
I don't know. They were Snorks.
Huh? Scooby-Doo.
Yes, I love Scooby-Doo.
Fuck,
I still love Scooby-Doo.
I do, too. Never a fan of Scrappy-Doo.
I can watch Scooby-Doo right now and still be happy. So
yeah. Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command.
I never watched that.
Never saw that. And then they got a DeLorean.
Yes, I've never seen Mask once.
Beetlejuice was kind of out there.
I didn't like the cartoon.
Super Friends.
Yeah. That one was funny. And now at the League of Justice.
Here's the Silverhawks.
Yep.
They did Heathcliff again. I don't know why.
Why did they? Okay.
Yeah, Silverhawks was badass.
Pound Puppies. I remember Pound Puppies, but that's not the one from the 80s.
No. Dennis the Menace.
No, that's a different kid.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the overall in this one.
I don't know. Okay, maybe.
The kid you pointed at was Dennis the Menace.
Oh, dude, Babar. I remember Babar. Yeah. My sisters watched Jem. I never watched Winnie the Pooh. I didn't like Winnie the Pooh.
Me either.
I never watched Rainbow Bright either.
I remember Rainbow Bright.
Yes.
Never watched it. My Little Pony.
No.
The Wuzzles. Never heard of them.
Oh, yes. I used to watch David the Gnome.
David El Nomo.
I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah. Count Dracula, that was good.
Yep.
I remember Count Dracula.
Danger Mouse. I love Danger Mouse. They brought that back. They did another one.
What's this, the Littles?
I have no idea what the Littles are.
Nope. The Raccoons?
Never saw the Raccoons either.
Nope.
Popples? No.
Nope. Ulysses 31.
Nope.
That looks like something I would watch. But
Yeah, but
I
I never saw that.
Because you could tell that's anime.
Yeah. I watched Fat Albert. Yeah, Fat Albert was good.
And the Cosby Kids. Hey, watch what you put in your drink, son.
I've never watched Super Ted.
Never even heard of it.
Super
Mario Show.
Yep. Denver. Oh, dude, yes. I watched Denver the Last Dinosaur. And I had the movie Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Really?
Yes.
Mysterious Cities of Gold.
Don't remember that at all.
Nope. The Trapdoor.
Trapdoor, no.
Sounds interesting. And that's it. That's 50.
Yeah, Denver the Last Dinosaur, dude. That was that one had its own cereal and everything. That was some good shit. Yes. I love the theme song too.
So from the 80s, which show do you think had the best music?
The best music?
Yeah. Like the best intro music. Because they didn't... Well, I don't know if it's... Because this is taken... I don't know if it captures some... Because it got some of the 90s. DuckTales from the 80s?
Yeah. DuckTales was when we were kids, dude.
I know, but I remember them from the 90s. Not
no,
the
because
80s.
it was... So it started with DuckTales, and then it crossed over to Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
And then Darkwing
Duck...
Duck...
wasn't...
No, but Darkwing Duck started in the 90s, because DuckTales brought it into the 90s. Because Darkwing Duck is from the DuckTales universe.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, all right, so...
Because you remember...
well, you get, like, the theme song to DuckTales is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, out of those... I mean, like, all right, Thundercats, like, Thunder, Thunder, Thundercat... Like, nah, it doesn't really do...
Thundercats are on the loose.
Yeah, I know, but that...
Thundercats are loose.
But it's like...
Dude, that intro was fucking bomb.
I know, but I'm talking about if, like...
Because you had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles intro was good.
Yeah.
DuckTales was pretty good.
Yeah.
The Silverhawks was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because they were like metal, dude.
I know.
What else?
G.I. Joe, American Hero.
Yeah, that's kind of
yeah, no.
Super Friends was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man one of his Amazing Friends was pretty bad too.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Corny. Voltron.
I don't remember Voltrons.
I don't remember it either.
Let me see. I don't remember what Voltron's fucking... Did they even have a theme
Ooh, the
song?
Muppets Babies ones was good.
Yeah, that was...
Muppet Babies. Yeah. I like how they always showed Nana's just her socks.
Oh, man. I mean...
Did Garfield even have an intro? I know Rescue
Chip
Rangers was
and
good.
Dale. Rescue
Rangers.
Ranger.
Yeah. They were poppy.
Yeah,
They were
I know.
good.
And it was the same thing with DuckTales.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that shit right there. Thundercats. You gotta give it up.
Thundercats was dark.
Yeah.
That one was...
Rumra was like a dark... It's a mummy, dude.
Oh, I know.
You're bringing horror and sci-fi together. Yeah, that's some good shit right there.
Let's see. Voltron. Oh, that's the Netflix one. I don't want the Netflix one. I want the original one.
Is that what that shitty 3D CGI thing?
Well, they brought Voltron to Netflix, and it one's not too bad, but let's see.
Can I ruin the Flash for you really quick?
Here we go. Hang on. This one, I didn't like the theme song to Voltron.
No.
Now that I'm thinking of it, no, it was kind of...
There's nothing more powerful
Voltron,
than you.
Defenders of the
Making your thing
Universe.
happen.
Like, it was really...
Ooh, that sounded sinister.
From days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe,
It's Optimus Prime doing their
the
intro.
legend
Optimus
of
Prime.
Voltron, defender of the universe.
There's a lot of trumpets in that.
It's all it is trumpets. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Voltron, so fuck Voltron. That theme song sucks.
And fucking Optimus Prime did the intro.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, man. I would say that then Thundercats rules on that.
I would say it's between Thundercats and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
They're, and then if you go back, like, dude, you remember the '90s Spider-Man show? That bam, the intro,
Yes,
that was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That the Power Ranger song. The Power Ranger song is fucking metal, dude.
Yep. Oh, the one song I always loved was oh man, I'll have to look it up. Was oh shit, it's an anime. I can't think of which one it was.
Dragon Ball.
Nope.
Dragon. It's a dragon.
No, it was the two brothers, but the one soul is in that big metal guy.
The one soul.
It's a brother, and then his little brother. His little brother's soul is in a big machine, and the dude has like a android arm.
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist or whatever.
Yeah, it was like season 2.
That's like late '90s, early.
I know,
2000s.
but I'm talking about theme songs. We're talking about theme songs.
Yeah.
The theme song to like season 2
I never saw
of Full
that.
Metal Alchemist it's an awesome song.
I never saw it.
Like I just remember watching it on Toonami.
Yeah.
And it was
You
like,
remember Space Ghost?
dude, all right, Space Ghost the show, but then Space Ghost when he was the talk show.
Yeah.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
Yes,
That show was awesome.
another good one.
And he had his Andy Richter type character was the fucking bug.
The Mantis was the drummer. And all the bad guys were on the show with him.
Yeah.
And he'd be like,
you know, they were like, that's just Batman without the ears.
yes. Yeah, dude, I loved that one. That
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
That shit was so funny.
Yeah.
Let's see if this is the song. Nope, this is not the song.
You ready to do a shot yet?
Well, now that you got me talking about like theme songs, I'm like, I gotta find this one. But yes, we can do a shot.
Let's
Oh,
huh?
oh, I'm waiting. Let's still do a shot.
Let's do a shot of, what do you call it? What's that shit you brought last time?
Tequila.
Tequila?
Don't know what's being said in the background right now, but
Something about Kotoyo. Suit for infringement rights.
well,
Tequila?
now that we talked about 80s cartoons and we're all about back to memory lane,
Yes.
this episode has come to an end.
This episode has come to an end.
And we're going to do some shots of
Tequila.
tequila. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go. Like we say all the time, you know, it's not, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean, and several other ones.
Chaser.
Yes, anything you can think of that has a podcast, we're on it right now, except for Apple because they have taken too long to get back to us.
And Google. Podcasts.
And Google too.
We'll get there.
They're taking a long time to get back to us, but we love doing this. We're doing this for fun, but we love to make it more. And like I said, you can comment on any of our socials to give us ideas, comments, feedback, criticisms, whatever you want to make it better.
Roast us if you need to.
Exactly. Because without that, you know.
Without you, there is no us.
Yep, it's just two dudes drinking beer, talking shit. So, cheers. And
good night, everybody.
good night.